It's time for another 1 minute story review, and today we're going to be looking at Final Fantasy X-2 for the PlayStation 2. A direct sequel of 10, X-2 is a controversial title in the Final Fantasy series. Taking place well after the defeat of Sin, we follow Yuna, Riku, and Pain. There's no real mincing words here, they're essentially sky pirates after things called dress spheres. They ping on a radar, you hunt them down, theoretically with the intention of selling them, but you never do. And the main plot involves finding one of these that has a recording of what looks like Tidus on it that eventually leads to a giant mech called Vegnagun. It's a whole thing. Admittedly, I think the main plot is a bit of a mess, but that doesn't mean the story isn't good, it's just good in different ways. You see, X-2 lets us experience post-Sin Spira. We're talking about a whole world that was living in fear of death and destruction for 1,000 years, and now suddenly that threat is gone, and they had built their whole society around it. Much of the population becomes radicalized as many stray far away from the teachings of Yevon, and many double down on their faith. In a world that should be peaceful, the people are tearing themselves apart, and Yuna's in the middle of it. And you can absolutely make some decisions to benefit one group or the other throughout the game, but Yuna makes it clear that she kinda doesn't want to be a part of it anymore. And speaking of Yuna, seeing her be herself and enjoy life is a breath of fresh air. Throughout the entirety of 10, she was resigned to a life where she was going to die to defeat Sin, and now she doesn't have to anymore, and she can enjoy a life that she never thought that she would have. And I think the dress spheres giving characters access to new outfits and classes are a good extension of this. You get to actively try a bunch of different roles with them throughout the game, making for the most satisfying game of pretty princess dress-up I've ever played. Overall, I think X-2 is a much-needed victory lap, and I don't think the story of Spira would feel complete without it. Look, I love it, but you're either gonna love it or hate it. If you've played 10, at least try X-2, and then if you don't like it, then you know that you don't like it.